Now, throughout October, we've been running a special series on the challenges facing women in the 21st century. Later this month, 100 inspiring women from all around the world will gather here at the BBC. That you've got there.
Thanks, Baxter. And yes, welcome to the BBC's 100 Women Conference, where I'm joined by two very special women to talk about the importance of the digital economy and the impact that it can have, particularly on the lives of women in business. So with me here is digital pioneer, dot-com millionaires and youngest ever female member of the House of Lords, Martha Lane Fox, and also renowned economist and author of several books, Diane Coyle, aka the Enlightened Economist. Many thanks to both of you for joining me. If I could just begin with the news of the day and everyone's favourite microblogging site, Twitter. Here at the 100 Women Conference, we've been asking women from all around the world to tweet, and they've responded in their hundreds. Today they released their share price for when they go public next month, slightly lower than many analysts were expecting. What do you both see as the future of microblogging sites like Twitter or Weibo in China for business and also particularly for women around the world? Martha?
Well, I think, judging by the number of tweets going on in this auditorium and the frenzy of screens, Twitter's share price is likely to rocket.
Everybody's feeling their way through this in business.
Another big business story today is this meeting happening in Brussels and discussions over this so-called Google tax, this idea of a pan-European tax on digital companies, ensuring that governments around Europe get the correct amount of corporation tax that they should from the likes of Google, Amazon, etc. But it's a difficult balancing act, isn't it? Because on the one hand, here in Europe, we bemoan the lack of Googles and Apples and Samsungs. We want to encourage more entrepreneurship, and yet governments have to ensure they get the right amount of tax, don't they?
Yeah, I think it is possible to strike that balance.
Everybody has the incentives to invest.
Another big topic in Brussels is spying, or more particularly countries allegedly using technology to spy on each other. We all remember the PRISM scandal. Where do you think all of this and the ever-increasing probe of the digital world, where does that leave consumer trust?
I think this is an immensely complicated issue that we haven't even begun to find the language to properly talk about.
And the rules that we obey are lagging behind what's happening with technology.
Quick question to you both. Martha, you founded lastminute.com when you were 25. It floated back in 2000. Diane, you wrote your first book back in 1996. It was a very different digital landscape back then. No Facebooks, no Googles, etc. What advice would you give to young women, from two successful women such as yourself, to young women starting up in the e-commerce or digital world today?
I think the good news is that there are many, many things you can do in a much more low-cost, light-touch way.
A really good idea, just pursue it.
Stay confident. Martha Lane Fox, Diane Coyle, many thanks for joining us here at the BBC's 100 Women Conference. From all of us here at the conference, back to you, Babita.
Now, as part of our 100 Women season, Chelsea Clinton has been talking to the BBC about why the Clinton Foundation has made ivory poaching a priority issue, and also about her upbringing. Razia Iqbal began by asking Chelsea how early she became aware of the prominent position she was growing up in and the expectation that came with it.